What's good, everybody? And welcome if it's your first time. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine,
And we are
the
the
Melanin
Melanin
Mindset.
Mindset. So tonight, of course, the first thing we're going to say before we kick this thing off is if you are viewing for the very first time and you have not yet taken the opportunity, please go ahead and subscribe to us via YouTube, the Melanin Mindset. If you are viewing for the 15th time and you have not yet subscribed, number one, shame on you. Number two, go ahead and subscribe. And to all of those subscribing via YouTube, make sure you also turn on those notification bells. You'll be notified as soon as we go live each and every week, Monday, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Now, let's go on over to Facebook, the Melanin Mindset. Follow us there. Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ as well as Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ and our newest endeavor, which is TikTok. Please go over there and have some fun with us on the Melanin Mindset via TikTok. All right, so I got all of that out there, friend. Now you go ahead and do that thing.
It sounds like they can pretty much find us everywhere.
Pretty much.
We all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to be talking about the impacts of Black music, and we have our guest. Is he going by Tech?
I think so. That's what he's going.
Okay, well, we'll let him introduce himself when he gets on. But so far, we have Tech as his name, and he's with Authentic Artistry Entertainment Group.
All of that.
Mm-hmm. And he is going to be helping us unpack and dissect this subject of music and the impact that it has on the melanated community. So, yes. Without further ado, are we bringing in Alvin?
Let's go on and bring him in. I'm going to hit the claps at the same time. Here we go.
Okay.
There he is. Hey. Boom. Just like that. Welcome.
Oh, he wants some more. He wants some more. I'll give you a little one.
All right, that's all you get. So, yes, we have Alvin joining us. Tech joining us this evening to speak with us to the topic of the impacts of music on our community, of course, because it's the Melanin Mindset after all. We're going to have him speaking using his expertise, of course. So, friend, you can go ahead and kick us off.
So we started off this conversation thinking about music and the impacts it has on the brain. Where we get this quote from, friend, because it don't say, but it says music plays with the brain in interesting ways. Past studies have shown listening to a familiar favorite song causes our brain to release dopamine, which is the chemical that's associated with reward and pleasure. However, some research says that music could be utilized to boost cognition in unconscious minds. So is cognition just thought? I got to unpack that definition.
Yeah, we should definitely unpack that definition.
Yeah. So it's basically saying that music can have an unconscious effect on your thought process. So even though you're not consciously, maybe if you listen to a song about eating eggs, and you might not have consciously wanted some eggs, and then you go get some eggs, it's because that song instilled in you that you wanted some eggs.
All right, I got you the definition, friend. So it says
you're like, I don't know why I want some eggs.
It is the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and senses. That is the definition of cognition. A result of this is a perception, sensation, notion, or intuition. So you was close. That was. I'll accept it.
Spot on.
I'll take it.
I'm impressed.
Urban Dictionary.
Period. Oh, man. All right. So, Tech, go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay. Cool. My name is Tech. I'm the CEO, president, owner-operator of Authentic Artistry Entertainment Group, LLC. We provide entertainment services in the Central Florida area. Everything from live music, DJ services, audio equipment rentals. We also run a school. I See That Music School. I Can Do All Things Music School here in the great city of Apopka, 333 West Main Street in Apopka, Florida. And yeah, I play consistently. I'm the MD at my church, the Malone Memorial Church of God in Christ. I'm also the minister of music for my district, the Central Florida district, and also I'm the drummer for a number of bands, and big shout out real quick at the top because they'll all kill me if I don't say this. Big shout out to Neo Genesis, one of the bands on our with our crew. Big shout out to Sonoris. That's the band that I play with, another band in our crew. And everybody else, I'll get to y'all, I promise, at some point, because yeah, that's pretty much me.
Oh, fun times, fun times.
So basically, what he just told y'all in a nutshell, since we like my little short definitions, is that I eat, sleep, and breathe music. Period.
Period.
Period. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh man. Oh wow. So, look at this. Okay.
Lonnie,
lighten up the chat out here.
Let's go, Alex. I see y'all. Keep shit.
Not Sharita. Tech diggity. I quit. So why do you call yourself Tech?
Okay, so everybody right now thinks that I'm called Tech because I do sound and technical stuff. Has absolutely nothing to do with that. My grandfather, Thomas Earl Colbert, TEC. That's where I pulled the name from. That's it.
Okay. Because it's definitely I see the abbreviation, so we're looking at an acronym. Okay.
All right. Well, let's get into it, y'all. Let's go and get into it.
I hear the Barry White Cuzzo. So, when we think about music today, there's a lot of like controversy between secular and non-secular music and what's good, what should be played, what shouldn't be played. And so we're just here to kind of give our take on it and also maybe just explore how we feel it impacts us. All we can do is talk. All I can do is share my experience. You can share yours, and we can say how we've been impacted by music and how we feel about it. So, I mean, I can start with a story time. Y'all ready for story time?
Always ready for story time.
Okay, so I would say throughout my life, because it's funny, we got on here, what is your theme song? And so I would say right now, my theme song is Good Morning Gorgeous by Mary J. Blige. And that's my theme song right now because of where I'm at in life. Like I'm not that young, I'm not that old. Sometimes I have a little bit of self-esteem issues, so I feel like it gives me that boost I need to get through my day. So I start my day with Good Morning Gorgeous. And it's funny that I have to start my day or my activity with music, that let alone let you know the impact that it has on your mood. Now, I know we probably mentioned this before, but if I go back maybe about, I'm going to see how old is Luggage, maybe about 10 years, I was very much a, how would I call it? Super conservative. So anything that wasn't about God to me was the devil. My kids wasn't allowed to listen to it. And then I like to be that parent that leads by example. So I ain't listen to it either. So everything was Kirk Franklin, Ty Tribbett, it was all gospel or kiddie music or Disney kids. So, and then, I mean, it was a phase. And before that, I was in my teens. It was all the most raunchiest rap songs that you could think of that made me want to fight you just because you looked at me wrong. So I can honestly say I definitely feel the impacts of music. Like whatever zone I'm in at the time, my playlist matches that. And I have a playlist for different occasions. So
wow.
Yeah, I have a whole evolution of music. Because you might catch me on my R&B tip, but then you might catch me on my pop tip because, my Karen comes out sometimes.
I can't.
My Britney, my Amber, I go there.
I can't.
I like my little pop songs, too.
Oh, man.
They put me in a space.
All right, well, for me, if I had to pick a theme song, I'm kind of tired. There's that song, Don't Judge Me by Kiara Shear, which is really a bop. And I'm sorry, I'm going to just be real. Like, that's a whole bop. Christian or not, it's a bop. And then I am definitely hooked on Chrisette Michelle's Strong Black Woman. When I say that particular song will take me to summer anywhere. And then there's a couple Jasmine Sullivan songs off of her most recent album that kind of just put me in a different headspace, and I'm here for it. But overall, those would definitely be my theme songs. It's a close tie between Please Don't Judge Me and Strong Black Woman by Chrisette Michelle. And the rationale behind that is Strong Black Woman really speaks to me. And this other song really speaks to me in a place where I am right now in life as well. I'm up here listening to you like, bro, that's why it's my song. That's not fair. Like, it's my song because it really does motivate me and push me to realize that even in those moments where I'm like, girl, you ain't, you can't, you won't, you're not, you can't, type of thing.
Out of that.
It kind of kicks it out of my head. Like before the episodes, I be playing Strong Black Woman before we get on. Because that's the jam for me. Like that's the one that really gets me going. Because girl, you strong, you can do this, and it's nothing better than, what I'm saying? And that's on period.
So what's your theme song, Tech?
What about you, Tech?
I'm amazed because for a second I'm usually watching, so now I'm just like, oh wait, ooh. So what else? But
y'all, he is a faithful viewer. He is a faithful viewer.
Hey, I'm on there every time I can possibly be on there. If I'm not gigging, I'm on with the Melanin Mindset. Either way. But I don't have one. I don't have a particular song. And I'm kind of like Kia. Honestly, depending on what I'm doing is what I'll be listening to. When I grew up, when I was a kid, my parents wouldn't let me listen to everything either. Like, see, I got into music real heavy right at that, like, NWA, right after NWA, like Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg, and there was no way that my daddy was having Doggy Style at the house. So
you couldn't even hide that album. That album cover was bad. You couldn't even. There was no way to sneak that in.
Check this out though. So really and truly, y'all remember Columbia House, like the 12 CDs for a penny?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
I swear I still owe them people money because I got CDs upon CDs. So what would happen was I got every Stevie Wonder CD. I got every Michael Jackson CD. Closest to hip hop I could get was MC Hammer. So like those are the type of things that still kind of stick with me. And so even now, when I ride in my car, if I'm just traveling around, I could be listening to anything from Coltrane to Bruno Mars to gospel music is very particular for me. God is very particular because I only listen to gospel music, A, that I have to learn to play or sing, or B, that is really, really, really old. Because I had a problem for a while with production on gospel music. All right, little backstory, real quick, if y'all don't mind. So I started out singing. I don't know what stage fright feels like. Like, so I've never been afraid to be on in front of people. And then I did gospel and I played French horn in school. That was my main instrument, French horn. And then I switched to trumpet and because they wouldn't let drums at church. Like everybody else, there was like a line of 50 people who wanted to try and play drums. So it was like, nope. All right, fine. Whatever's whatever. So then when I started playing, it was like, okay. And then people started paying me for it. And I fell in love with it. So that was that. But when it comes to music, everything, anytime, it all depends. And my kids will tell you, I will get in the car and listen to talk radio before I listen to music a lot of times. When I'm traveling.
Okay. Yeah, my husband is like that. Like, I think we drove to Central Florida this weekend and we listened to an audiobook all the way there.
Yep.
Listen, now, I just drove home and listened to this girl talk about her prison stories the whole way. I was like, she's my spirit animal. If y'all heard this girl's personality, her name's Cece. I was like, she's my spirit animal. I listened to her the whole way.
Your spirit animal. I'm so
my husband gave me one video that was 20 minutes, and I let it rock for the whole playlist of 25 videos, 30-minute videos, and I got home. I was like, bruh, I gotta finish before I go to bed tonight. I have to.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like we all have a different place in our life where music is really prevalent. Like, I don't do hair without music playing in the salon. And I do that because when I'm doing hair, like sometimes, a conversation will really get off and running, but that awkward silence when we don't have nothing to say to each other and I'm still doing your hair, we need that music so we can just hum to the songs that's playing.
Oh, no.
Listen to me.
But that's so valid. That's valid.
I wrestled in high school. And one of the things I had to have was my music before. And this is right when DMX Is Dark and Hell Is Hot came out.
Oh.
And when I tell you that they would play that bright music, da-da-da, all in the background, and I had my hoodie on and my headphones on, and man, when it was time to, it was a problem. It was a problem. So I learned very quickly that, you know, you can't listen before you go in every situation, because
exactly. It's true, because it puts you, music literally puts you in a certain mood. Like,
that's a fact. Whole fact.
So
we had a couple of drinks or whatever, and I'm like, I need some hype music. Y'all vibing right now. I need hype music.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you really think about the situations where music is always, like, if you took the music out, would it be as fun or as entertaining?
I don't think so. Everything needs a little background music. Some of the song choices that are coming through here are legit. Okay, have you looked at some of these? I'm trying to put them up. But the fact that Sharita said, "Say yes, my poetry."
I just had an idea, and I'm going to say it so we don't forget. We should make a playlist out of the songs that everybody's putting.
Oh my gosh, I need to
put it on our YouTube. It's going to be the Melanin Mindset playlist, and you guys are contributors of it.
So thank you so much. Please keep them coming, because at the end we can run the chat back and we will grab all of them. There will be a Melanin Mindset playlist.
I'm over here getting goosebumps. Like, yes, I love that song too.
Yes.
Y'all better,
yes.
Because I know Sharita, and that Say Yes, that's why she got all them kids.
Facts. She don't know how to say no.
All she said was yes. Listen, she said, "Yes, Lord, yes, to his will and to his way." Yes. She will trust him and obey.
That was David Way.
Yes. Anyway, listen to what Jimmy posted. Like, if you take all the scores out of a movie,
right,
it would be nothing. It would not have the feelings and everything that goes with it.
But see, that's the difference, because if you think about it, people's go, when you think, you automatically jump to your favorite artist, right? And when musicians think music, they start thinking about what they heard, a tune they heard at a specific point. So I might not be able to tell you a song, a name of a song or an artist, but I'll be like, oh, that lick they did at this one point, I've heard that somewhere before, and it'll take me all the way back to whatever I was doing at that moment, or what it made me feel. It elicits a response.
Where do you Oh, you reading the thing on the World Wide Web.
Listen, what they be saying on Beyonce's internet? Why you got me out here on Beyonce's internet? Listen, y'all, we got more people coming in right now. So as you all are coming in, please hit that share for us. If you are not already subscribed, remember, it will come a time. We told you last week, it'll come a time where you cannot interact with us when we're live, because you will have to be subscribed to comment. So please get in there now before we flip the switch. Just saying. So go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. If you're viewing on Facebook, send some of those emojis up the screen. Let people know you're enjoying what you're viewing, and we're going to get right back into it. So y'all go ahead. I'm sorry. I just saw opportunity and I took it. So go for it. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm a bend the curve a little bit, and let's talk about negative impacts that music has or can have. Now, of course, the first person that came to mind is, like, who's current, like the Megan Thee Stallion, the Baby, and all those types of people, and their songs and their music, which, if you at first listen to the lyrics, like, a lot of the stuff that's coming out now, to me, is very degrading of women. But if you look at it on the flip side, because I'm always I play devil's advocate too, but if for some people it seems to be empowering. So it's like, what is that fine line between music being just completely raunchy or being empowering?
Okay, so number one, I'm going to keep in mind that I'm on the Melanin Mindset with two strong Black women. So I'm going to be really good. But I'm going to put it like this. Somebody just posted a second ago, and you put it up on the screen, and it said Teddy Pendergrass and Barry White.
That was
Teddy Pendergrass and Barry White were saying the exact same things that we say in music today. The difference is it was Teddy P, and he had that voice. And everything, if Teddy P says turn off the lights and light a candle, you know exactly where that's getting ready to go.
Yeah.
And the fact that he got aggressive and yelled and said, "Turn them off."
Turn them off.
So, but you know, I got a real funny story about that song too, which kind of ties into what I'm gonna say next. But like what I was talking to with a friend was like, you know, it's different when the music is suggestive and when it's just blunt and direct. And it's funny because like ever since we've been talking about this, things keep happening. So I don't know if y'all know, but 227 is on Amazon right now. And that was something that I watched when I was a kid. When I'm watching it now, and the jokes, I'm like dying. I didn't get those jokes when I was a kid. But now as an adult, I'm like, oh my God, they nasty. They being fresh. I didn't get that when I was a kid. So now sometimes I see that when we say like music, oh, that's not good. It's not good for kids. Sometimes kids don't understand the suggestiveness behind some of the lyrics versus when it's really like just blunt out. Like I remember the Teddy Pendergrass song was playing one time, and this was back during my little, when I told you when we was in our little mini cult where we wasn't allowed to listen to nothing.
That's another episode.
But I think we was at somebody else's house and Teddy Pendergrass, that song came on. My 9-year-old goes, "Wouldn't that hurt?" And we were like, "What are you talking about?
Which song?"
She talking about the part where he's like, "I'm gonna put you in some hot oils, baby."
Oh,
the look on her face was like, that sounds like that would hurt. And I couldn't do nothing but laugh. And I'm like, yeah, if it's really hot, you know, it would hurt. But I think he means more warm and moisturizing. And I just kept it going like that. But it's just when kids hear stuff, it's like, how do they pick it up? Because I would have never thought, you know, that song's playing. I'm thinking, oh, this is a nice little love song. But she was really listening to the lyrics. And she was
my gosh. They hear everything, bro. Everything.
But you have to remember that they don't, because they have access to information now that you and I didn't have access to. So the suggestive lyrics of yesterday, if they were played today, those same kids are going to Google it. Or there's already a TikTok or something about it. And it's
breaking it down and explaining it.
Exactly. So I'm a very strong believer that music is music, entertainment is entertainment, period. If there's some stuff that is definitely not appropriate for kids, absolutely. If there's some stuff that I don't let my kids listen to, absolutely. And I got 3 boys and 1 little girl. And I tell people all the time, my youngest is my daughter, and I have a beautiful daughter. I also have a gun, a shovel, and an alibi. So there will be none of that music going on around where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I don't make anybody go, no, you can't play that music or you can't do that. There's certain stuff that I just don't do as a personal choice. But I got into this when I got into hip hop with other rappers. It was just like I was into DMX and Jay-Z and Outkast and that Goody Mob. And then now today it's like, that's not real hip hop. Well, it is. It's music. It's not my thing, but I don't disparage another person, especially another melanated person, from doing what they feel and
doing their artistry.
Yeah, from their creative outlet. Yeah.
This comment here says, what I love about music is that it tells a story. That part stood out to me, but then she said, every song calls you to remember exactly where you were in life and what you were doing. It holds memories of our life. But now I see where she was going. But I saw what I love about music is it tells a story. And I feel like older music did tell a story. Whereas now a lot of music just kind of sounds like you're just ranting about whatever's on your mind at the top and putting a high beat behind it.
Right.
It doesn't have that flow. I want to see 10, 15 years from now if these kids have memories like we do about certain songs.
Well, I don't know how old you are. I'm 40. I'll be 41 in July. I can distinctly remember the same music that I was listening to the generation above me was saying the same thing about what I like to listen to.
Yeah.
I want to see what it is. Now we're still listening to J and X, and we're still listening to Dre and Snoop today. They're elder statesmen musically in hip hop. But now I'm the old guy, and I'm looking at, do you know, this ain't got nothing to do with music, but do you know I had a kid call me Unc the other day? Unc? Me? I'm still I'm still me.
You no, you Unc.
But whatever. But yeah, I think
your highlight.
And I used to tell people, like at church, I'm in church now, for real. But there were times when Saturday night, we was in the streets wilding. Sunday morning, I had to get to the church. But if they had turned their nose up at me, some of them know what I was doing out there, but they would have pushed me out. I wouldn't be there now. So I think it's a real delicate thing, especially with music, because music does hold such power over our memories, our emotions, our mentality. It's really important that we cultivate it in a way where we're not degrading someone for the music that they choose or that they like, but also making sure that we're keeping a strong balance as to what is appropriate and is not appropriate.
Yeah, so to Sharon's point and to what you just said just now, actually, it's true. It's like I can hear a song and remember exactly where I was the first time I heard it, exactly how I felt the first time I heard it, what was going on in my life at the time that I heard it. Like, there are certain songs that really just transport me back to another place. It's so weird. It's like the music definitely does have that control over your mental. It really does have that control over your mental. We got more songs coming in through. Awesome. Keep them coming, because we really are going to make that playlist. So please keep those songs coming through. And we have here, someone says they say it's not real hip hop because there's no substance. What do we have to say to that one?
Well, I think as time moves on, substance change. What we believe is substance does change as time moves on. Where we're at in life and all of that.
Listen, I don't like 90% of the hip hop that's out there right now, personally. That's my personal opinion. Now, is it substantive? What do you see? Where are you at? What do you see around you? Because hip hop has always been about what I see around me and kind of put that over the story to the people who want to hear it. If all they want to hear is skirt, the whole fine, whatever. But if they know what that means,
maybe they need their brakes changed.
They just want to dance.
Maybe they need their brakes changed.
Right. Because back in the day when he said there's broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the corner, they just don't care. That was some real substance. But it's the same message. And I think what I get out of music now, especially in this climate, is just the fact that some of these stories have been the same for too long. Some of these stories have been, if you go from A Change Gonna Come to I'm Slipping by DMX to Blue Magic by Jay-Z, it's all like, look, we're in a bad spot. This is what I had to do to get out, but I know it's going to get better eventually. But when is eventually? And so I think that's one of the most powerful things about music is that, and I think you said it earlier, it becomes an anthem to what we're going through as people and where we can go. And it's a rallying cry a lot of times to bring us all together.
So true. So it is that time in our episode where we air our commercial. We do have a commercial break coming up here. So we are proud brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel, and we are hoping that you all will make your way over to their website to make your purchases and save a little money while you do it. So hang with us for just about 30 seconds and we'll be right back. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a Black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to Dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Well, we are back. We are back. We are back. And so, yes, theonu.com. Go right over there and use the link. We got a link down in the description toward the top. Use that link and you'll save 15% on your purchase, or you can simply use Melanin Mindset at checkout and it will apply a 15% discount for you just for being an amazing supporter of the team. So, if you head over there and you do that, please know your 15% does also apply to clearance items. They take Afterpay, they take Zip, like for real, for real. Head on over to Dianu.com and make your purchases today. And so while we're talking about purchases, please keep in mind we do have our melaninmindset.net up and running for pre-orders of our t-shirt, just $25, and it can be all yours, and you'll be an official family member, or as we let you all know last week, you'll be an official MFer.
MFer.
Yes. All right. So, or a Melanin Mindset family member. There you go. Okay. Yeah. But no, an MFer. We're gonna call it an MFer, so it is what it is.
Just so you know, I've been called that before, and they didn't mean Melanin Mindset family.
So we're taking it back. We're taking it back. And we're gonna get into that a little later too. We're gonna take it back. We'll take it back. All right. So we had something come in over the break there. It says, but it seemed like the music doesn't have curse words in it, or what you want to do to a woman is not good music. Why? But it seemed like if the music doesn't have curse words, or what you want to do to a woman is not good music. Why?
Oh, where? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think we were all unpacking it for a second.
Because I'm like, that was a lot for my brain. So y'all go first, and I'll get the end.
I get it. And what I think what she's saying is that nowadays it doesn't seem like they feel like it's music unless it's cussing somebody out or degrading women. And I can see that point of view. And I try to keep in mind that every person who is musically inclined did not come from the same background that I come. So either I believe that music is a free expression of one's own artistic integrity, and that means that they're free to do with it what they want, or I don't. So if I believe that means that whatever they're feeling at that time, if they put it out and it's being heard, that means there's an audience for it. So they're touching somebody else. So whether it's me or not, that's beside the point. Like I was laughing at Kia when she was talking about pop music, but I play a lot of pop music. I play a lot of pop music. Now I don't necessarily listen to it on my own, just whatever, but I play a lot of pop music a lot of time because that's what people want to hear. And when I'm on stage, part of my process is just the fun of creating music, playing music, and watching the crowd and watching people react to it. So whatever they're saying in their music is what they want to say in their music.
So do you feel as though, I don't know how to say this. It's coming. So like, you know how, like what Janice was saying, how it seems like if the music isn't that, and that I get that, because on certain radio stations, it's like the only thing you're going to hear, everything you hear seems to be the raunchy version, or what is the one song we were listening to when we were in Georgia, and they bleeped it out so much that the song was almost unidentifiable. And I'm like, is the song that vulgar that you just kept hearing whistles and horns in between the lyrics? like girl, why is it on the radio? Why is it on the radio? Like, do the DJs or the people who put the music out there have a responsibility to have some type of balance in how it comes out? And I'm only saying that because, like, okay, I remember driving the kids to school. It's 7:00 in the morning, and it's like the lyrics that are on the radio, I'm now trying to explain to my 3-year-old why it's not okay to say that. It's like, why is this on at 7:30? Why doesn't it wait until the kids get dropped off? I'm like, but I mean, and then I have to take responsibility as a parent and just know, okay, don't play that radio station while I'm taking my kids to school. But some of the stuff just is a little different. Now, because we're talking about melanin music, I'm going to play. Now, if you listen to, we got down here, we got 99 Jams, we got X102.3. the funniest thing to me is the difference in the commercials. So one time I navigated on over to, 100.1, and that's where they play like Barry Manilow and Frank Sinatra. The commercials that come on are different. And when I say different, I mean like these type of commercials that come on there would be beneficial to our community. But because I guess it doesn't match our music, or the people on the radio station don't think our people would be interested in that, it's not there. Like I'm listening to this radio station and they're talking about investing. They're talking about refinancing your home. They're talking about opening up savings funds for your kids.
Yep,
but I'm over on my station and then they talk about how you can get a car for 99 cents down with terrible credit.
Listen, repos, no problem.
If you got repos, no
bankruptcy,
problem.
no problem.
Your bankruptcy, no
Girl,
problem.
But talk about those 411 pain commercial differences. The 411 pain commercial differences from one station to another.
Yeah.
Like
they have an R&B. They have an R&B version for the station that's more R&B. Then they got a rap version for the station that plays
and then on
rap.
Sunday morning, they got a Christian version for those who are headed to church. It actually says, after you call his name, dial 411 pain. No lie. That's what it says. So it really just depends on how.
I shared.
It seems like something I would have come up with. But listen,
I shared that comment because
I lost my thought.
It happened to me. We're in the car again with the kids on the way to school. One of these commercials come up. Are you losing your stamina? Do you need more things? So my baby girl, the same one with the hot oil, goes, do you think daddy needs that?
Ooh.
And I'm like, no, why did you ask that? And it said, and she was like, because it sounds like something that'll make men more happy. And I'm like, no, daddy's okay. He doesn't need any of that. But it's like, as an adult, my brain, I had to realize that this is a child asking me a question and just keep the answer childlike. But I'm like, really, Viagra commercials? Really?
Real quick though, to that comment she just made, I put a note here on the thing here. It's a line and it says, I want him to touch that little dangly thing that hangs in the back of my throat, right? Now, as responsible adults, we know that is a uvula, right? But imagine explaining to this child that she's referencing what the little dangly thing is in the back of her throat. And why would you want someone to touch that?
Okay, so listen. Like I said, one daughter, who may or may not be listening right now. So, but let me tell you like this though, and I'm gonna switch to the other side because I'm all for free speech and freedom of expression. But let's be clear, it is big business to make Black folks look bad, and because we have been conditioned to want material things, it's much easier to slide that into a song, and I can get a deal a whole lot faster with saying, oh my God.
That's what I should have said, right?
I can get a record deal.
Wants to throw up.
So anyway, back what else?
See, that's the problem. The problem is that we're not as adult as we think. And we can give these children mature answers because we're still immature.
Who gave us kids?
Who said that this was okay?
So I lost my train. No, all right. So what I was saying was,
oh my God, all my makeup gonna be gone.
I can make a bunch of money. If I call every Black woman a hoe and I talk about selling drugs and all that stuff. I can make a bunch of money. It'll be easy because they'll throw money at me, because the more that happens, the more money the machine makes. And I'm happy with the pennies because I get to go buy a new watch or buy a new chain or buy a new car while they're buying elections. Yeah. So he who controls the music controls the emotion. If I can control your emotions, I can get you to do whatever I want you to do.
I can get you to, wow. That sounds like a whole nother episode in itself.
I'm surprised you didn't put that on the screen, friend. Put it on the screen.
He said he that controls the music. I was still unpacking it in my heart and soul. Facts.
Wow.
And it's funny because I was saying that about, what's the little girl that just came out from Atlanta? um
Oh
I'm
God.
sorry. Friend, I did not preview that one before I put it on the screen.
I keep telling you stop doing that. Oh, there's a commercial that comes on in oh wow. Are you ready for a 3? Okay, all right. That's an interesting angle there.
Oh my gosh,
Yes. Oh, and
Lenny.
I did have a conversation with one of my friends. She's from Nicaragua, and I was asking her about the lyrics of a song, specifically Despacito, because everybody was saying like, if you really know the lyrics, it's a raunchy song, but it's basically a love making song. But I was asking her, do you think it's like bad, like you wouldn't let small children listen to it?
I'm sorry, I'm not clicking any more comments. I'm done. I'm done. Kia, you run the comments this episode. I'm tapping out, bruh. I can't.
And
Yes, I did too. I spoke with someone who was Hispanic, and she gave us a real good one. That thing was not okay.
She was basically saying that it's the same thing. They're still, but and it seems to me though in Latin culture too, most of those songs are so much about sex, and they sexualize women the same way Black music does. But what I was saying was that little girl who was on the Rap Game. Remember, she won, but she didn't take the deal with Jermaine Dupri. And when she first came out, she was Miss Mulatto.
Yes.
And to me, like, her flow was sick. The way she rapped, I loved everything about it. But it wasn't until she started sexualizing herself that she started being big and on the and really on the radio and stuff like that. And I'm like, is that what, like, especially for female rappers, is almost like, if that's not what you're rapping about, yeah, you could be good, but you're not getting front and center until you tell me something about where I need to put my tool. So like, is that like a thing in the industry that you have to do this in order to get that?
No, the thing is that here's, what are you willing to do? What would you do for a Klondike bar? What are you willing to do to get
Bark like a dog,
what,
like a chicken.
What I'll give you? Right. So like, if here's what I want. I want a new car. Mm-hmm. You have that new car. Now you get to set the price. It's supply and demand. You get to set the price for that car. You can tell me anything that I need to do to get that car. Mm-hmm. How far I'm willing to go depends on me and my own personal morals. And what I think we forgot was the same girl in high school that was twerking to back that thing up and was running around with the whole football team is somebody's mama now. Mm-hmm. And because of that, her morals have now gone on to another generation with no context. So once the context is gone, then it's just lyrics and it's just things that you should do. That's stupid.
Yeah. But it just makes me wonder, like, well, like, to me, honestly, truthfully, I bang to all of that. Like, you might get in, you'll get in my car and you'll be like, "Oh my God, kid, you listen to this?" Yes, I do, and know all the words, and will be Cardi B in a minute if I need to be. But do I feel like it's something that I should have to explain to a child? No, and I think it's just the responsibility of us as adults to shelter them for as long as you can without making them worry about stuff that they're not even involved in. Like,
Cardi B even said it. Cardi B said, when people got on her about doing the song WAP, and if you don't know what WAP is, you won't learn tonight. So, Cardi B.
Follow me on Instagram, I'll tell you.
Oh man, listen. So Cardi B made a statement, and she was just like, "Here's the thing," and she even got caught. Somebody, she was live, and her daughter walked in while she was playing it, and she cut it off and cut the live. And people talk trash about her, right? And she was like, "No. I make my music for adults." Mm-hmm. She's like, it's not her fault if your kid knows every word to WAP. It's your fault. Because if she's the one who wrote the song, recorded the song, sang the song, performed the song all over the place, and she can keep her daughter from hearing it, what's your excuse? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's up to the parent. Like you said, it's the parent's responsibility.
So let's upgrade from the parent to the adults, because we started off this episode talking about our theme song and how it impacts our emotion and things like that. So Are we the same way with those songs?
Yeah.
Like with those adult songs? Because here's my little issue. Because of the way some of the music sexualizes women, I feel like, especially for like that age group of adults that's in their late teens, 20s, even early 30s, they have a very poor view of what sex is meant to be.
Right.
Because music is making it seem like I'm supposed to take it in the throat and in the butt, and then
I want to gag, I want to choke.
Like
basically, all of that.
The music is geared towards men being pleased and not women.
Yeah. I don't know.
He was like, but you're right.
See, Tech, I was hoping you would pick a song that doesn't, but it is.
I can name 1,000 of them, but you've never heard them. Because if I start naming,
because they're not mainstream.
Right, and what by mainstream, it's what the radio plays, and the radio's only going to play what people keep listening to. So if they play WAP 1,000,000 times and nobody listened to it, it won't be 1,000,000 in first. Like it wouldn't play. So there's an audience for it, and what's happening is that this audience is bleeding over into this audience, and this audience is going, "What are y'all doing over there?" And now it's a battle between. So now the people that you're yelling at that are musicians are going, "You can't tell me what to do with my art," so they're going to make it even further out. Then these people are here going, "See, look at them. They don't know nothing. They don't do nothing." And then we say, "Well, what about the kids? Them your kids. They ain't my kids. My kids have heard a lot of stuff, and they've heard some stuff in the car with me. Sorry, they've been in the car with me and heard some stuff. But real talk, for real, I have conversations with my kids. My sons know what my expectations are when it comes to dealing with women. My daughter knows my expectations for men. My daughter's first date was with me. I took her to a daddy-daughter dance. I made sure I opened doors and took her out after the dance. While we were there, I went and got her fruit punch because I'm her father. And every man is going to have to come up to my standard, or they're going to have to see me. So if that's the way I take, and I have played some of the raunchiest, wildest music in my profession and in my personal life. But my kids understand, and when they step across that line, which they do, they're teenagers, they step across that line, it's my job to correct them and pull them back and explain to them why that's not real, period.
Right.
So do you go ahead?
There was a point earlier, sometime back, that says, but why are women comfortable with that? When we talked about how music puts you in a certain headspace, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I have bought my fair share to WAP. I know almost every word to the song. And there are some moments where it's like you just get so hyped. It's the energy that comes from the song. So it's not necessarily saying that women are okay with some of the negative connotations that come from the music, but it's more or less to say where we even have it noted here, and I know we'll get there, but where it's like, you know, I lost my word. Oh, gracious. The way that it is said one way versus the other. Like if a man would have sang WAP versus the woman doing WAP, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it changes.
There is a version, and it's actually pretty good. There is a version of that.
Stop it. Send it to me.
There's
please.
this guy who like redoes all the female versions of songs.
Oh my gosh, send it to me, please. Yeah. But it's just, it's something about it.
When I find it, I'll send it to both of y'all.
Yes, it's something about it. It's not necessarily saying that women are okay with the statements being made and the things that are happening and the way that it's being portrayed, but it can be a killer beat, and then you get caught up on the beat, and then it's like next thing you know, you want to gag, you want to choke, and it's like, wait a minute, don't do that, no, you know. But at the same time, like,
got real violent.
Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. But then at the same time, it's just it's almost like I'm trying to turn up. Like I said earlier, I might be trying to turn up. I'm looking for something that's got like that beat to it, so I can turn up or whatnot. It's not necessarily being okay with what's being said so much as it is like the song is a bop. Like the words might not go that hard, but the beat is hitting, and sometimes that's how you get caught up. You really do.
Yeah. I need somebody younger to comment. I need somebody in their 20s to comment, because I think in my head, that's who I'm concerned about. Is like those younger women who feel like these are the things I have to do to please a man. Now, granted, they're gonna do it enough and get their heart broken and learn later that don't work, but that's kind of who I'm talking about. I was gonna ask another question though, like, I feel like we have this conversation in our community a lot. Do you feel like other genres of music is a problem like this?
Yes.
Okay.
And okay, so
I'm just asking because I don't know. Like, I don't know if in rock and roll, like, there's a, oh my God, that song is bad, or in country music, because I just heard some country songs that's a little, but like, do they have this same debate? And the reason I was thinking that they didn't, I'm asking you if they do. And the only reason I was thinking they didn't, I was thinking like maybe because hip hop and rap is still pretty young.
Oh wait, are you asking me? Do they have in that genre problems with some of their artists and their content, or are you asking me do they have
like
some of the same?
I'm saying, like, does the community of people that listen to that genre of music have this same concern like we do? Like, oh no, that's terrible. Why are they making music like this? I mean, we don't have that concern necessarily, but you know, that's the connotation. Like, what kind of music are y'all putting out here for the children? Blah, blah, blah. Like, is it people who love country music that are like, why does it have to be so, you know?
The only thing I know about other music outside of predominantly melanated music, and I could get into the history of music and all that stuff later, but when I'm talking about melanated music, I'm talking about the hip hop, the R&B, the jazz, the funk, that type of stuff. And when I'm talking about I'm talking about country and maybe the classic rock type stuff. But I know when it comes to images, we're talking like bands like Whitesnake and Aerosmith and all those bands. They sexualized women, and specifically young women, questionably young women, in their music videos for years and years. I've never heard the outcry from that community. I could be wrong. I've never heard the outcry from that community about the content of those being sexualized. I've heard the content about like a Black Sabbath talking about their devil worshippers, or Marilyn Manson, stuff like that. But when it comes to how they portray women, they've done some of the same stuff. Like, while we were getting fussed at about having our women wear Daisy Dukes, they went, where do you think we got it from? It was Daisy Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard. Like, whole behind hanging out. Like, what are you talking about? And so it's wrong for one to look at the other. And I think part of that pushback is what I was talking about before with the two different camps. So now that side is looking at us going, look at those animals and this and that. And unfortunately, some of our people are joining that camp and putting down some of our young people for the way that they express themselves, instead of modeling the way they should. If that's what you want to see, then you be that. You know what I mean? Because over on the other side, they're not changing much of anything. They're doing what they want to when they want to, because they control the industry. So that's the scary part, but that they control it, and we're kind of nervous about doing what we want to do. Now, don't yell at me, because I respect all women. But some women do like that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I said that good. Some
good job.
Are on that tip. So I was
not pushing the button.
Some women are on that tip. So that's the audience. So let them do what they do. But I know my daughter won't be. Just pray for me. Pray my strength in the Lord.
Do you think we've been desensitized to some of the things that are being said?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you know what we're not desensitized to? Let a song come out talking about the devil. Most Black people will be like, I ain't with that. But we'll listen to Megan Thee Stallion roll to the tip like that, but we won't we ain't gonna listen
what's
to
his name?
About Satan.
What's his name?
I knew you were going there.
He went down the pole. What's his name? Y'all know his name. He sings another song too. And he has a song that he released where he literally slid down a stripper pole from heaven straight to hell and gave the devil a lap dance.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X, him. When he released the song, everybody was vibing to the song. They was going with the song. The song was hard. He released that video. They was like, hold up. Like, hold up. Did he just give a lap dance to the hold up? You know, like, wait a minute. And
so
it did
I never watched that video, because that was when I'm still that person when they talk about what goes in your ear gate and your eye gate. When somebody told me that's what it was about, I'm very sensitive to certain things I hear and see. I was like, I don't want to see it. That's just me. I just didn't want to see it. I was fine with not seeing it. I'm okay with that. But
I never seen the whole video, but I saw.
But I remember
on TikTok. I saw the clip. I saw the clip on TikTok where I saw him slide from heaven straight down the hill, and then he started giving the devil a lap dance, and I'm like, what the? Literally, I said, what the devil is that on my? It's the devil. That's what it is. I was like, how did that even get on my thing? I don't even. Yeah, it was bad. It was crazy, and but
I don't know how bad the song was, and I don't even know whether I would say the song. I never listened to the lyrics of the song, but what I remember seeing that was really disheartening for me was how so many Christians were telling him, like, oh, you want to play with the devil, you're going to go to hell, like that. And I feel like he made the video just to answer these people and just like in a, like a, you know, flip the bird to y'all, because this is what I'm doing. And it's almost like, you know, sometimes as Christians, I'm like, I don't know if you feel like you're helping, but you're not. Like you're
right. He released that one sneaker where he bit off of, I want to say he bit off Nike, where he put the whole scene in there. He got a lawsuit over it and everything. After everybody was like, he's going to hell, he's doing this. That's the thing where I think we as Christians drop the ball when it comes to understanding that it's about love and clarity more than it is about us condemning and chastising. But that's not for tonight's episode. But still,
okay.
I feel very passionately about that. Like, I really do think we drop the ball as Christians when it comes to that. But for his point with that, what he ended up doing was, as a slap in their face, though, he released the sneaker that supposedly had a drop of human blood in it. It was a mess, and got a lawsuit and everything. But it's true. It is so true. We have become extremely desensitized to some of the things, the images, the words, the actions. Because I'm gonna be real, like 15-year-old me wouldn't have jammed as hard to WAP. I probably would have been blushing and whatnot. But then here I am, present day, like, you know, WAP come on, and it's like, okay, you know, okay, you know, like, all right, you know, we jamming. And so absolutely, yes. I'm looking. Oh, I didn't know that, Ori. I did not know that. Okay. Well, she just schooled me. I'm not clicking any more comments tonight.
I'm not gonna click that either, but it is funny because a lot of times, like you said, the church,
I don't see the comment. What was the comment?
I'll put it up there. She was saying that Old Town Road was about homosexuality, and many sung in it in the church. They'll be singing it in the church and don't have a clue what the origins of the song was about. And it was funny because I'm not going to talk about how the church does that, because again, another episode. But my mom, she likes beats and music and the rhythm. Girl, I never forget my mama sitting here, and Uchi Wally was her jam.
Hey,
and I kept going, Mom,
yes,
you can't sing that song. And she's like, what? I like the beat. So we played the uncut version for her. And she's like, oh my God. But that was her jam.
Oh my gosh, Ori, I used to risk a lot of whoopings to twerk. So, backstory, me and my sister used to do stuff like set a boombox up and dance in front of the house, knowing good and well if my parents, and I'm grown now, and I know my parents is probably watching, and I'm sorry, but me and my sister used to set a boombox up. Back in the day, you know, the boombox, the speakers, and we had CDs, you know, I'll go ahead, we almost done now at this point. I'll let the cat out of the bag in a second, but I had an older brother who had a whole book of CDs, right? And we could go at any given time, not that he allowed it or anything, but at any given time, we could go in there and grab a CD with a killer beat to it or something like that, and we could go put it in the CD player. And I don't doubt for 2 seconds that the CD player was his, but we put it out in front of the house, and we'd be on the steps in front of the house, like going in, dancing and carrying on. and we make sure we was back in the house.
Knowing y'all would have got a whooping.
Right. If my daddy would have pulled up in front of that place, okay, we lived in a row house at the time. If my daddy would have pulled up and seen me bust a split in front of the house, I'd have got all the skin on my legs beat off, y'all. But we used to go in, and it was like, yes, Ori, we would risk the whooping to jam. But I'm saying 15-year-old me probably would have still, yeah, like 15-year-old me would have probably still blushed at what was being said. You get what I'm saying? Whereas present day, I didn't blush even a little bit. I was like, well, what the devil? But then I heard the beat and I was like, okay. And then next thing you know, I was like, okay. You know,
I wasn't even, and I'm terrible because I wasn't even with the devil. I was, whole time. First time I heard the song, hooked.
She was like, bars. Yes. But yeah, man, listen, it's serious. It's so serious. Kia, we might need a part 2. Like, Tech, would you be willing to come back for a part 2?
Yeah, but can we talk about this brother of yours with the C?
I'll get to it. I'll get to it at the end of the episode. It's okay. I'll get to it at the end of the episode. So Ori said 15-year-old me was repeating Little Kim. Little Kim was lit though. When she said she could make that Sprite can disappear in her mouth.
Little
what?
Kim was nice.
Kim
a
could
whole
rap.
Sprite can?
Yes.
Kim could rap.
Yeah,
she did. She definitely had a flow. Yes. She absolutely had a flow.
Nicki Minaj, original Nicki Minaj had bars.
Yeah,
but this is the thing. Like my company's name is Authentic Artistry, and one of the things that we do is when we go on stage, we try to make sure that whatever we record, we can recreate on stage. I've got a singer, Noelle. Her name's Noelle. She can stand flat foot and sing the roof off a building. And she had that I told her this. That I told the story, but the first show we ever did, Noelle is this nice Hispanic girl, and she was so nice and sweet. Salt and pepper gonna get somebody in trouble. But anyway, but she was so nice and sweet. We went on stage, and when we got to the show, she showed up in something, and I looked at her like, "What are you wearing?" And she went on stage. Whole show, not like she looked bad. It was like, why are you wearing that? And the whole show was more of her moving and I was just like, but you can sing. You don't have to do that. You can sing. You can actually sing. And now, I take her and I will put her up against anybody because her vocals are on point, and that's what's important to real musicians. Now, is that going to make her a millionaire? We'll see. If I do my job,
you got to see if it's appealing.
Right, we'll see. But she could go make $1 million tomorrow if I put her up there in. But if I put her up there in some booty shorts and her shirt down to here, that's fine.
So y'all know it's that time of the day where the time in the episode where we go ahead and turn the corner, right? So she said, oh, stop. So we're going to go ahead and turn the corner. All right. So it has really been a pleasure to have you here with us this evening, Tech. Thank you so much for joining us. I do appreciate you. I gave you extra applause this time. So that way, you had all of the applause that you could possibly stomach this evening. This was I liked this conversation. It was very engaging. And I'm going to just say shout out to the viewers. I'm just saying shout out to the viewers. Let's give it up for them one time for the one time.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Yes. Run it one more time. Oh gosh. But no, really, thank you all so much for tuning in with us this evening. And we're back here on Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to be presenting and speaking based off of the core topic is dealing with natural beauty. We'll definitely be dropping promo with the title and all of that good jazz the rest of the, throughout the week. So keep your eye on us in social media. So here we go. I'm going to do this last run through, y'all. So if you are not already subscribed to us via YouTube, go ahead. Why have you not clicked the button button yet. I'm just saying, click subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you will know each and every time the Melanin Mindset goes live. Remember, subscribe now because soon you won't be able to comment if you're not subscribed to the Melanin Mindset. If you have not already, find us on Facebook. We do engage with our followers there. If you're a follower of us on Facebook, you already know that, okay? Look for us on Instagram, Melanin Mindset _, Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ as well as on TikTok, the Melanin Mindset. And one last time, we do have our shirts on pre-sales for those who are interested in purchasing a official Melanin Mindset family member tee, #official MFR t-shirt. Then you can do just that by visiting www.themelaninmindset.com and place your pre-order today. We will be announcing next week when our first shipment will be headed out the door. So to those who have already ordered, thank you so much for placing your order. We see you and we appreciate you. Okay, so go ahead and get your orders in and we will be getting those shipments out. We'll be announcing next week when our first order is going to drop and when you can expect our shipments to go out each week. So with that being said, Tech, would you like to go ahead and give a word of encouragement to the people before we go?
First of all, you can always find me on www.AuthenticArtistryEnt.com for all of your music needs and also music lessons. We do offer online lessons. You can reach out to me personally. I'm going to go ahead and do it, 407-493-8929. That's how you reach us here at Authentic Artistry. As far as a word of encouragement, I like to tell all of my students, do you musically. Because inevitably people are going to like what you do and people are going to dislike what you do. And if you concern yourself with the people who dislike you, you're going to spend more time turning off the people who do like you. And stick with what you know, do what you do well, your time and practice, but do what you do well and the people who like that will come to you. And I have it tatted on my arm. It's a part of a poem by author O'Shaughnessy, I believe is how you pronounce his name. And it says, we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dreams. Salute, Authentic Artistry Entertainment Group.
Awesome. Jinx. All right, friend, you got anything you need to say?
I'm good. I am good.
Yes, we definitely had a blast tonight, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week, Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Good night, y'all.
Good night.